Rama 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 Ram Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sita Ram. Yasya vajeshu pavanaha phale pavaka bhaskarau shariram akashamayam gaurave meru mandarau. While I think the arrow pierced Ravana and came back to Rama, this wonderful sloka about the arrow is still in our minds. It is not going out of our mind, while it might have gone out of the body of Ravana. Last session we saw how Ravana was killed by this Rama Bana. How many heads did Ravana lose? 101. How many heads did Ravana lose? 101. Did he lose the 102nd head or not? No? It pierced the heart. So Ravana had a Maya Shiras, but he didn't have Maya Hriday. So what if the hearts again came again and again? So there was only one heart, I think. No? It pierced the chest. And that also had to be through Brahmastra. Matali, the charioteer of Indra, reminds Rama about this glorious Brahmastra. So after chopping 101 heads, Rama is thinking in the 111th Sarga of Yuddhakanda. And when Matali reminds, he is using this missile. Okay, imagine this missile. Yasya vajeshu pavanaha. The speed of that arrow, the astra, is that of wind. It reminds me of gatir vayau bhuvikshama. Okay, the gati of this is of vayu. Pale pavaka bhaskarau. It is having fire and sun, both at its edge. Okay, so is there a form to this particular missile? Then Valmiki says, Shariram Akashamayam. Okay, the Sharira of that particular missile is that of Akasha. Space is the Sharira of it. So it should be an invisible Astra with the Pala as Pavaka and Bhaskara. And the speed it comes is with wind. And when it hits, what is the power with which it hits? Gaurave Meru Mandarau. Okay, Gurutva. Here it is the weight. The weight with which it comes and hits. Okay, it is like Meru and Mandara, two mountains put together. It is not just one mountain, two mountains coming and dashing on the chest of Ravana with the speed of wind. Okay, we can also ask questions, no? The son of wind, Hanuman, also threw a mountain towards Ravana. Nothing happened. Here it is a composition of things. It seems to be something which is extraordinary. We are not able to understand. It is not physical because it is not pratyaksha. Because the Sharira is of Akasha. Okay, imagine something is coming. We don't know what is coming. Okay, there is some fire which is visible. It is coming at wind speed. Okay, the only thing which could be visible is there is sun which is coming at wind speed. Okay, imagine the sun which is seen there. It is coming to us at wind speed. And we don't know what is the power with which it is going to come. It is going to hit us with Meru and Mandara power. Okay, and it is invisible. So such a kind of an astra on which Brahmastra is manifested, and that is piercing through Ravana's Hridaya, and it is coming out and coming back to Rama, and Rama is putting that arrow back Okay, there seems to be an arrow also on which this is charged. That's what we should now remember. Okay, while this is invisible, there is also an arrow he charges, right? So that arrow comes back. So Brahmastra is an invisible astra, which is charged on a visible astra. Once this happens, the might of the astra which is glorifying, which is going to increase the glory of Ikshvaku Vamsha, which is going to increase the glory of Rama, which is going to create a lot of positivity to all the rishis, which is going to destroy all the Rakshasas, which is going to destroy all the arrogance of Rakshasas, which is going to give a lot of joy to the worldly beings, to the cows, to the rishis, to the brahmanas, to a lot of women in the world. So such a kind of astra is used by Rama to conquer Ravana. The moment this happens, Ravana falls down. Okay, this is the end with which we saw last time, Sri Rama Jayaha. This is the 111th Sarga. Okay, this kept going on in my mind again and again. I mean, what is this beautiful missile? And we are in an era of war where a lot of missiles are being used also. So imagine such a kind of astra. That's why the nuclear weapons, which are very close to these kind of destruction, can be very, very catastrophic to the world, which is why the entire world is talking about let's not use nuclear weapons at all, because the nuclear weapons will destroy millions of people. Not just people. I mean, we are generally worried about people, but imagine the amount of flora and fauna and environment it might destroy. For generations together, people might not be able to come back. Okay, it is like that Marukantara, what we saw, right? Where Rama is using that Brahmastra, that place becomes a Vrana. Okay, nothing can come. Oru pullu poondu kuda molakiyada Brahma for generations. Even though the effect of that atomic bomb is seen in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, people are born with disabilities. Okay, to undo it, Rama is blessing that place with beautiful vegetation. Right? That is Rama's Paratva. But normally, the limitation of humans, you cannot just like that try extraordinary things. Okay, extraordinary things for positive benefit is okay. For negative benefit, it cannot be. Here, such a big grand Ravana is able to. The Brahmastra is focused attack. It is a surgical attack only on Ravana. So thankfully, the limited damage is only for him. So we saw this grand episode of Rama killing Ravana in the last session. What happens after that? Let me ask another question. If you hear the name, if you hear the adjectives, Veera, Vikhyatha, Vikranta, Vinaya, Dharma Vigraha, okay, who do you think these adjectives refer to? Who do you think these adjectives refer to? I am not able to hear anything. Rama, right? So it's a very interesting thing. Today what we will see, humans have something called emotional intelligence. All of you know about emotional intelligence? There is emotion, there is intelligence. Okay, when we slightly a deep topic for 2 minutes I will just mention. So we talk about the Panchamaya Koshas, right? So we have Manomaya Kosha, which is associated with emotions. Intelligence is in which Kosha? It is in Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay, but there is a term called emotional intelligence. So what is this unique combination of two koshas which is intertwined and is playing? But the beauty of humans is humans have emotions. Humans have Vijnana, Viveka, what we call as discriminative intelligence. Right? Have you heard of this term, discriminative intelligence? Okay, we have intelligence, we have Vijnana. We also have that intelligence to discriminate what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is not good. Okay, this is seen as the sixth sense. Generally, what is seen, what is told by the researchers, by the scientists is the differentiation of humans from other species is this power of discrimination, which is sitting in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. So this emotions, when it is charged, we should also, I think, because we started with one arrow being charged with the Brahmastra, let's also use the same terminologies. If emotions are being charged or overlaid by intelligence, or if emotions are regulated by intelligence, emotions are regulated by viveka, then it becomes emotional intelligence. This is my view. I am not talking about any book, textual view here. This is a very important thing. This feature about how emotions can be channelized, how emotions can be made intelligent. Okay, this we see through Ramayana. In different contexts, we are able to see this aspect. Okay, why I am bringing this topic is today's discussions, we will see a lot of these which are seen in some of the next chapters. In fact, in the last session, Gayatri ji spoke about something called the power which is emanating from sattva, the power which is emanating from rajas. Okay, there is a sloka by Valmiki where he says, Rama's power is emanating from sattva and Ravana's power is emanating from rajas, from the two gunas. Okay, Ravana is fighting with a lot of rajas and Rama is fighting with a lot of sattvic bala. And the sattvic bala seems to overpower the rajasic bala at some point of time. Okay, this is a very interesting theme. I was also thinking about another perception which I have heard, okay, which you also might have heard. This is a comparison which is given between Mahabharata and Ramayana. Mahabharata is very close to the human nature. Okay, Ramayana is very ideal. Okay, it might be very utopian. Mahabharata talks about the fallible nature of humans. The humans are always in shades of grey. Humans need not be black and white. More shades of grey in Mahabharata versus Ramayana. Ramayana is tough to emulate. This is how I have heard. I always used to wonder why people are saying this. Okay, but you see the characters. I think even our Guru Ranganji used to talk about this dharma and dharma bhasa. Okay, thinking that something is dharma, superimposition of something as dharma. For example, Bhishma thinking about the concept of being loyal to the government, being loyal to the king who is there, is dharma. That is the ultimate dharma. I mean, dharma also has grades. We see in Ayodhya Kanda, in the introduction, Ranganji used to talk about how the prioritization of dharma becomes very important. Matru Bhakti, Pitru Bhakti are dharma. Beyond that, there is democracy. There are people. There is also Kula Dharma. There is Kshatriya Dharma. And beyond all these things is truth. There is universal dharma. I think last time Santan Ramanji spoke about this. I don't know how many of you remember. How many of you remember the two different types of dharma what Santan Ramanji spoke about? Anybody can recollect during the conference? He spoke about one dharma which is guided by a lot of boundaries. Okay, it is defined by context, it is defined by geography, etc. Then there is something he called as universal dharma. Ramayana is closer to that universal dharma of Vedas. So coming back to this Mahabharata example, so to define the code of conduct as dharma, there is also Karna who talks about the friendship being the ultimate dharma. Therefore, the loyalty which is defined, which is giving him the boundary, and that is the dharma with which he followed throughout. So this, with this emotional intelligence, I was just thinking today. Generally, people are seen as emotional beings. The human beings are also seen as emotional beings. Are we just emotional beings? Are we emotionally intelligent beings? Ramayana talks about emotional intelligence more, whereas Mahabharata is more in the emotional space. Okay, which might be easily relatable. I think we need to go one step further to get into that emotionally intelligent space, which is where I think the difference lies. Humans are supposed to be emotionally intelligent, are supposed to be discriminatively intelligent. Okay. So the closer we are to Ramayana, are we closer to being human beings? The closer we are to Mahabharata, are we being closer to human beings? It is an interesting debate we need to have within our minds. Okay, this thing struck me because a lot of people are charged by emotions. For me, something like a friendship is an emotion. Friendship might not be a discriminative intelligence related thing. In this context today, what we will see is there are emotions. Ramayana certainly has emotions, but the emotions are not guided and it is not an end in itself. In Karna's case, the emotion is the end. He is not able to come beyond friendship and look at this universal dharma and go to the side of the dharmic side, which is where Krishna is. In Ramayana, you can see characters who are emotional, but they are able to sift. They are able to churn from that what is this absolute or universal dharma is all about, and they are able to go to that space. What I call as emotionally intelligent. The characters in Ramayana are not just emotional, they are also emotionally intelligent. Therefore, they move closer to this sattvic kind of emotions, which is why we see a lot of description about emotions being taken and channelized and used by some of these characters. Okay, this is the context for all of you to remember. Today there will be 2 or 3 areas where we will see emotions, graduating into intelligence, and how that emotional intelligence is becoming closer to universal dharma. Now coming back to that question, what did we see at the beginning? Veera Vikranta Vikyata Vinita Nayakovida Gatasetuhu Sunitanam Gato Dharmasya Vigraha. Whose words are these now? Whose words? About whom? So let's relate all these words. Dharma Vigraha. We were all able to relate to Rama, but these are words which Vibishana, after Ravana falls down, the immediate gush of emotions in the brother Vibishana, that is the first thing which springs out. He says, he rushes to Ravana, he is embracing Ravana, and he says, "O Veera, Vikranta, Vikyata, Vinita, Nayakovida, why are you fallen to the ground? Why are you like this, lying on the ground?" And then he is starting to lament. This is Vibhishana's lament. Vibhishana says, the one who has never been conquered by even Indra or Kubera or Yama, that great Ravana has fallen down here. He is won by a human, which is Rama here. And then he says, Gata Setuhu Sunitanam Gato Dharmasya Vigraha Gata Sattvasya Sankshepaha Prastavanam Gatirgata. He says, you are the embodiment of Dharma, you are gone. You are the dam of noble men, you are broken. Okay, this is how Vibhishana is lamenting. He says, such a great person you are a Vedic practitioner, you know the Vedas, you know the Vedangas, you are such a great person, you are known for your might, all the 3 worlds were won by you. Okay, so on and so forth, he laments, and then he says, such a great Ravana who has been roaming around like an elephant has been controlled by Rama lion. A great tempest, a great cyclone, which is this Ravana, he is being destroyed. Such a great tree, this Ravana, such a great Alamara, such a great Vriksha, he is being destroyed by this Rama who is the cyclonic storm. Such a great bull, this Ravana, this bull has been controlled by this tiger called Rama. This great fire called Ravana has been destroyed by this water showering cloud called Rama. Alas, I told you multiple times, oh brother, I pleaded with you multiple times to give back Sita, to correct your ways, to mend your ways, to not be lustful. But you didn't listen to my counseling. And here you are fallen to the ground. The whole Rakshasa world is without its Nata. Such a great person, such a great Mahatma, this Ravana is gone. This is what Vibhishana is lamenting. This is emotion. Okay, pure emotion. Certainly Dharma Vigraha is an emotion. Okay, because we should relate how this emotion is, which is why I gave this context. Emotion is certainly important, but the characters of Ramayana quickly move from emotion to emotional intelligence. We will see in the subsequent chapters. The same Vibhishana who spoke to Indrajit, when Indrajit complained, he was calling out Vibhishana's actions, saying, Neela or Alaya, or Chittapana Neela, you are my own family, but you are showing my hiding place. when Vibishana shows the hiding place to Lakshmana, he brings Lakshmana to Indrajit's Nikumbila and pulls him out. That time he says, then Vibishana responds saying, you are not suddenly talking about dharma. You yourself accepted that you are all adharmatmas. Okay, I am on the side of dharma. So he clearly knows what is dharma, adharma also. So this is a hyperbole. I mean, obviously this has come with emotional gush. The moment he says, Rama is not saying anything. Rama says, yes, oh Vibhishana, this Ravana is of terrifying valor. He has performed such a great yuddha. He has never been won by anybody. I think he deserves a great funeral. You need to make sure that he is getting the rites, the funeral rites of a mighty warrior who has come to the battlefield. Naparavartinam yacha. The person who is not returned back from the battlefield, who has laid down his life for his country, for his clan. That kind of a funeral rites you should give to him. Such a great warrior is being killed. So you plan to do whatever is to be done further. Then Vibhishana says, yes, he is such a great person. With all your blessings, I want to do all his funeral rites. Okay, this is what he tells Rama, and Rama immediately says, it is perfectly the right thing what you need to do. And here he says, Maranantani vairani nirvrittam na prayojanam kriyatamasya samskaraha mamapyasha yatatava. This Ravana has to you, he is to me. Okay, till Marana, all your vaira, all your hatred is till Marana. After that, it is all the Visheshana of Atmas. The body is without the Atma here. Okay, the body is lifeless. And it is to you, whatever is the relationship, the same is to me also. So what you have decided is right, go ahead. In fact, Rama says, I am giving you this order that you need to do the funeral rites in the appropriate manner. Okay, this happens. Then what happens? Suddenly another gush of emotions. A huge set of ladies come there. Okay, these are all women of Ravana. These are all Ravana's wives. Okay, some wives he has got in the rightful manner, some wives he got in the wrongful manner, the wives who have forgotten about all their past, etc. Because this is told by Valmiki in Sundarakanda that there are different people he has got in his harem, and some of those people have got converted to Ravana's wives. Okay, they are all obliged to his whims and fancies. They all come there, they are all falling on Ravana's body. Anyway, Ravana is a mammoth. So all these ladies fall, some people hug the hand, some people embrace the limbs, some people are embracing the chest, some people are embracing the head. I think here he has only one head. The 10 heads is not clear. Okay, they are all embracing Ravana and they are all lamenting. Some of them are lamenting saying, why did you bring the Sita? Because of this abduction of Sita. Sita is a great auspicious woman. Because of that abduction, you lost your life, and all of us are anathas here. All of us have become vidavas here. So they are all lamenting, such a great Ravana, the Ravana who won over Kubera, the one who won over Yama and Indra. Such a great warrior is lying down here as if he likes this earth more than any of us. Why don't you wake up? They are all crying. All these people are crying, and this is all emotions. Then suddenly the Patta Mahishi, Mandodari, she is coming there. And the moment she comes, all of these other women are giving way to Mandodari. Mandodari is looking at Ravana and she is lamenting. A huge sarga which is dedicated by Valmiki to this Mandodari. Mandodari is also emotional, but we also see Mandodari is emotionally intelligent. Okay. So she comes there and she starts lamenting. Oh Ravana, are you not ashamed by losing this battle to a human being? The one who always martyrified, the one who thumped his chest saying, I can never be conquered by Yakshas and Gandharvas and Kinnaras and Nagas and Pannagas, etc. Such a great Ravana you were, but you have been killed by a human here. You did a lot of mistakes to Devas, to Rishis, that is all come to hurt you. We can understand there is lament, but there is also a lot of very, very objective things which Mandodari presents here, which is why Valmiki is very clearly documenting all these things. He says, do you think this Rama is just a human? The moment he destroyed, how many Rakshasas? 14,014 Rakshasas in Janasthana. That time itself we were all very clear that this Rama is not a normal human being, he is somebody who is divine. Then Virada was killed, Kabanda was killed, and Vali was killed. All these things signifies that he is extraordinary. Who can build a bridge on the ocean? Can it ever be possible? That time itself I told that this person is somebody who is divine. Can any Vanara cross this ocean 100 yojanas and come and destroy Lanka and set fire on Lanka? Destroyed a lot of Rakshasa warriors. That time itself I had mentioned that this Rama seems to be somebody extraordinary. All these advices what we gave, you didn't listen to this. Or perhaps this Rama was time in a human form. Swayam Kalaha. Swayam Kalaha is attributed to Hanuman also. Here Mandodari says, is Rama the form, the manifestation of time, and he has come to take away your life, or it is Indra in the form of Rama? I warned you multiple times, but you didn't heed to any of my advice. Then she says, I understand Rama very, very clearly. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma Sanatanaha Anadi Madhyanidanaha Mahataha Paramo Mahan Tamasaf Paramo Data Shanka Chakra Gadadaraha Shivatsavaksha Nityashrihi Ajaya Shasvato Dhruvaha Manusham Vapurastaya Vishnu Satya Parakramaha Sarvai Parivruto Devaihi Vanaratvam Upagataihi Sarvalokeshwaraha Sakshan Lokanam Hitakam. This person is none but Narayana. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma Sanatanaha. He is the one who is the Paramatma in the human form here. He doesn't have a beginning, he doesn't have a center, he doesn't have an end. He cannot be created, he cannot be destroyed. Such the immutable Brahman, he is come here. Tamasaha Paramodhata, the one who destroys and shatters all tamas, and who is always in sattva, Shankachakra Gadadaraha. The scriptures talk about this great Paramodhata as the one with the Shankachakra Gada. Shivatsavaksha Nityashrihi, he is always with auspiciousness. Ajayaha, he can never be defeated. Shasvato Dhruvaha, he is always very firm. He is there for eternity. And this is none but Vishnu Satya Parakrama. He is come in the form of Rama. Don't you know all these things? We warned you multiple times, not just me. I warned you, Maricha warned you, my father warned you, Vibishana warned you. All of us multiple times pleaded with you, but you didn't listen. You were conquered by your Indriyas. Indriyani pura jitva jitam tribonam tvayas smarad biriva tadvairam indriyaireva nirjitaha. You thought you have conquered all your Indriyas. Again and again, time and again, but all these Indriyas, all your senses have taken revenge in the form of lust. It masked all your discriminative intelligence. Okay, you are only conquered by your own lust and your Indriyas. Because of that, you are in the thinking or notion that you have conquered Indriyas, but in reality the Indriyas have conquered you. That is why you cannot force these things. Which is why in Rama's case we always see emotions are channelized. He takes anger. Okay, he takes kama. Kama vashapannaha. There is also words which talks about he is afflicted by love, he is afflicted by lust, etc. and all, but he is able to channelize and he is operating from that realm of sattva, whereas here Ravana feels that I have conquered. Okay, everything cannot be conquered. You need to nurture everything. If we think, for example, we can conquer nature, then we are idiots. It is not possible. We need to work along with nature. We have to be in harmony with nature. Then she says, Vasudayascha Vasudam Shriyashrim Bhartruvatsalam Sitam Sarvana Vadhyangim Aranye Vijane Shubham. What guts you had to bring this Sita? All this happened because of Sita's abduction. Sita is greater than the Mother Earth. She is auspicious than auspiciousness. She is pure than purity. Such a great Sita you abducted. She is as great as Rohini. She is as great as Arundhati. Fight you, Dikhara to you, why did you bring her? You have done all these major catastrophic things, which is what came back to hurt you. And here she brings that very beautiful sloga. Shubhakrite shubhamapnoti papakrite papamashnute vishana sukam praptaha tvam praptaha papamidrisham. Shubhakrite, this is karma theory. Whoever Vinay Videtavan, Vinay Arupan. There is a beautiful word in Tamil. The one who is sowing the seeds, they will harvest the results of those. The one who is cultivating goodness, okay, nurturing goodness, they will reap the benefit of goodness. Shubhakrite shubhamapnoti, papakrite papamashnute. You did all the bad deeds, you are going to harvest all these bad results. Okay, you might be feeling that some good results came, but at the end of it, it is going to be only the bad deeds is going to give you those palas. Okay, the papas are going to give all the papa palas to you. Vibishana is going to be enjoying with the kingdom, whereas you are going to be destroyed. This is what is going to happen, and all this effect is not going to hurt only you. This Maricha told, because of only your fault, the entire Rakshasa clan is going to be put to great catastrophe. Here Mandodari says, I used to be with a lot of pride. My husband is the king of Rakshasas, my father is the king of demons, my son won over Indrajit. But now all those things are gone. I am here crying like a vidava here. I am widowed, and you are here hugging this earth as if the earth is more dear and lovable to you than myself. When I am crying and lamenting here, how can this happen? And couple of things I just wanted to say, just for people who talk about Ravana without reading the text, right? So there are 2 or 3 places where this relationship with Shiva and Ravana comes. Okay, there is this fallacy that Ravana is a Shiva Bhakta, etc., right? So there is one place where all the devas went and asked Shiva. Shiva told the Upaya that there is going to be one lady who will be born in this world, and that lady is going to be the cause of destruction of Ravana. Okay, that is one place where this relationship comes. There is another place where Mandodari is saying, okay, it is important for us to understand, Jetaram Lokapalanam Ksheptaram Shankarasya cha. You always used to insult Shiva. Okay, used to insult Shiva, and it doesn't stop there. She's also talking about Naika Yajna Viloptaram Trataram Swajanasya cha Dharma Vyavastha Bhetaram Maya Srishtara Mahave Devasura Nikanyanam Ahartaram Tatastataha. So here she defines who is this Ravana. Okay, you used to always destroy rishis. You used to go and destroy their yajnas. You used to go and bring all the devakanyas. You used to be always loving to abduct other wives. Okay, these are all the great mistakes which you did, and because of these blunders, now you are reaping the fruits of all those mistakes. Okay, these are crimes. These are all heinous crimes which you have done. So in that context, she is also talking about you have insulted Shiva. So this is the second place where the relationship is called out. It is important. Objective things which is given by Mandodari. No, who more than primary evidence for us than Mandodari? So this is again on the emotional intelligence part of it. Okay, how much of these objective things are coming up? And then she is continuing the lament. She says how Vibishana was always forthright. Okay, despite being your brother, he was always in the path of Dharma. He advised you on Dharma's righteous path, but you never listened to him. And because of all those things, even Kumbhakarna advised you. And all this destruction is wrought on these Rakshasas because of you. And here, I am completely without any refuge. She says all these things, and she is lamenting, she is falling unconscious. And that point of time, Rama is saying, he is telling Vibhishana, you console all these women. It is important that the next things have to happen. And here, by this time, Vibhishana, who spoke about Ravana, saying Dharma Vigraha, okay, for him all the emotions is gone and he has become very emotionally intelligent. Okay, for him he is operating from the universal Dharma's perspective. So here he says, oh Rama, I cannot do any of these funeral rites. Okay, such a cheap guy, you listened from his very own. Okay, she has listed all the crimes which has been done by this Ravana. How can you expect me to do the funeral rites? He is only a brother in the form of my foe. He is my foe in the form of my brother. So I cannot do any of those things. Takta dharma vratam kruram nishamsam andrutam tata naha marhosmi samskartum Paradara bimarshanam nishamsa iti mam kamam vakshanti manuja bhuvi shrutva tasya gunan sarve vakshanti sukrutam punaha. He is abducted others' wives, he has destroyed a lot of dharmic activities. For such an adharmatma, why should I do this funeral rites? I don't think he deserves any of these things. He doesn't deserve funeral rites, and not to ask about funeral rites being done by me, I cannot do this. Today people might tell that I am very arrogant, etc. and all, but tomorrow they will all praise me saying I have been doing the right thing. I mean, who will want to do funeral rites for such a filthy, cheap fellow who has done such a list of crimes? It's not even 1 or 2 crimes. I mean, Mandodari herself is listing so many crimes, so you can imagine others if they list how long it will be. So such a criminal fellow, nobody will want to touch his body. In fact, Rama says in one of the conversations, right, I am going to kill you, and your preta, even the jackals and the vultures are not going to touch. Okay, thankfully Vibishana is not using that kind of words here, but he says, I am not ready to do this. Then here again, Rama says the same sloka, Maranantani Vairani, Nirvrittam na Prayojanam, Kriyatamasya Samskaraha, Mamapya Shetatava. Rama is always emotionally intelligent. This we need to be very clear. In the first beginning also, when Vibishana was very emotional, Rama said the same thing. Yes, you are right. Hatred ends with death. Enmity ends with death. You please do the funeral rites. Here Vibishana says, no, I cannot do the funeral rites. Rama says, he is such a great warrior. Whatever you said is true. Okay, there he never said whatever you said is true. Okay, here he says, Adharman Rita Samyuktaha Kamam Tesh Nichacharaha Tejasvi Balavan Churaha Samyugeshu Cha Nityashaha. Whatever you said is right. He was unrighteous. Okay. He is a loafer. There is no doubt about it. But he is also performed such a great yuddha. He is taken care of his own people, etc. And the fact that with death all the enmity ends. So you need to do the funeral rites. And here again he says, such is the magnanimity of Rama. He says, Mamapya Shetatava. He is to you the same relationship I also have. In fact, after death, what is the bandhutva also? And finally, he is also same for me. Okay, you are my friend, your brother, my brother. Okay, whatever he told Guha, he can tell to Vibhishana's brother also. No, nothing is going to change. So the moment he says, then he is doing this chodhana. We have always seen Rama to be extraordinary in this dharmic consciousness. And from Ayodhya Kanda to here, something which doesn't change is Rama takes people along. Okay, he doesn't establish that this is dharma. He also makes people follow the path of dharma. Whether it is Ayodhya people or Bharata, okay, all Sugriva, or here to Vibhishana, he doesn't just tell him that this is dharma. He also says, therefore you have to do this funeral rites. Then Vibhishana comes back to his dharmic consciousness. Then there is funeral rites for Ravana. He goes, he brings the Agni of Ravana, and then there is a pyre which is created, and on top of it there is a lot of Alankara which is done to Ravana, and the funeral rites are done. Vibhishana is setting the pyre on fire, and the Antima Samskara is being done. He also does Tarpana, the oblations, and after taking a bath, Vibhishana comes back and stands next to Rama. The moment this happens, Rama is happy. Rama is happy like Indra with all his other devas, and he is resting in peace. He bids farewell to Matali. He bids farewell to Indra's chariot. They all go back. And then he calls Lakshmana and says, oh Lakshmana, you need to do coronation for this Vibhishana. Vibhishana is our well-wisher. He has stayed true to his course. He promised that he will always be on our side, on dharmic side, and help all the Vanaras to win over Rakshasa. In fact, very critical intelligence has been given by Vibhishana at different times. He also participated in the war. So extraordinary efforts he has done. He is a Dharmatma. He has to be coronated. Then Lakshmana gives a big gatha to the Vanaras. Vanaras are bringing the Samudra Jala. And the coronation ceremony of Vibhishana happens in front of all the ministers of Rakshasas. It is not just only here they do. The first time it happened only to their cohorts, only the 4 ministers of Vibhishana. Here all the ministers who are all remaining, all the great people who are still remaining of the Rakshasas, they are all gathering there. And for Vibhishana, coronation ceremony happens. Abhyashinchat dharmatma shuddhatvanam Vibhishanam tasya matya jagrishire bhakta ye chastya rakshasaha drishtva abhishiktam lankayam rakshasendram Vibhishanam. All the people are also witnessing this glorious Pattabhisheka of Vibhishana. And tasya matya jagrishire. So Valmiki records all the mantris of Lanka are happy with this decision. And Rama always feels that Shubhasya Shigram. If something has to happen, it has to happen immediately and instantly. Therefore, this coronation happens immediately. Lakshmana is doing the Pattabhisheka of Vibhishana, and Vibhishana is happy. And he is at the service of Rama. Rama immediately calls Hanuman and tells Hanuman, oh Hanuman, you go and inform this beautiful news to Sita Devi in Ashokavana and come back and convey her message to me. So Hanuman, and very interestingly, who is the king of Lanka here? Maybe for a few minutes or a few hours, Rama could have been the king. I mean, the power was not with anybody. Ravana has gone and no king was given. Now the king is Vibishana. So Rama tells Hanuman, take the permission of the king of Lanka and go into Lanka and then meet in Ashokavana Sita and inform the beautiful news. And Hanuman takes the permission of Vibishana, goes to Ashokavana. There Sita Devi is still in her own state, like Rohini Devi, she is there. And then very beautifully Hanuman is prostrating in front of that Lokamata and says, Vaidehi Kushali Ramaha Sahasugriva Lakshmanaha Vibishana Sahayascha Harinam Sahito Balaihi Kushalam Chaha Siddhartaha Hata Shatrur Arindamaha. He is telling that all the people who Sita wants to be safe, mainly Rama, Lakshmana, Sugriva, they are all safe and they are all conveying the good kushala to you. They asked me to convey their regards to you and they asked to ask you how you are. And he also relays whatever Rama tells as his message. He says, Priyamakyami te devi tvam tu bhuyaha sabhajaye dishtya jivasi dharmagne jayena mama samyuge. These are Rama's words. All of us to remember. Now we are getting into very intricate kind of spaces. Okay, we need to observe every sloka. Otherwise we will miss the gist of it. And now you should relate to the opening of this session where we started thinking about emotional intelligence. There is emotions, there is emotional intelligence, there is emotions which is stemming out of sattvic intelligence. All these things is very important. So here Hanuman tells Sita Devi as Rama's words. Okay, he says, "Oh Devi, I am welcoming you. Okay, I have won this war. The war is over. We have become victorious. Ravana is destroyed. Vibishana is now the king of Lanka. You no more you need to worry that you are in the griha of Ravana and you are in the enemy paksha. You are not under the siege of anybody, but you are in your own home because this is Vibhishana's home. Vibhishana's home is as good as our home, so you can relax. Tadashvasihi vishwasta swagrihe parivartase. So you be at peace. You are in your own home, O Sita. This Vibhishana is going to come very soon. With a lot of joy, he is going to come and see you. This is the message which Rama conveyed, and he passed. Lakshmana passed his salutations. Sugriva gave his enquiries. This is what Hanuman says. Sita Devi, her face is very bright, like the Rohini star, who is almost with the moon. Okay, she is very bright, she is resplendent, and she is smiling, but she is not responding anything. Okay, like the first time what Hanuman talks, and then he asks for a response from Sita Devi. Here also she is silent. Hanuman asks, "Oh Devi, you are not saying anything. Please say something." Then immediately Sita says, "I am very happy with the news." It was not on unexpected lines. So therefore she says, "I am very happy with the news, but I am wondering, nahi pashyami sadrisham chintayanti prabangama matpriya kyana kasyeha tava pratyabhinandanam." What will I repay with for the beautiful news what you conveyed? That is my worry. Okay, such a beautiful news you have mentioned that everything is well. Rama has emerged victorious. I am now free. Okay, freedom. I think some of us don't know what this freedom is like. Okay, we should ask some of our Kolutata, Kolupati, I don't know if anybody is still there. We should ask them what happened on that 1947 August 15. Okay, somewhere or any type of freedom if we have achieved. Okay, if you are under a lot of stress, maybe we should ask people who were stuck in Dubai without getting a flight. Okay, when this war was happening. I mean, I could relate to some of the folks in my office. 4 days, 5 days, they couldn't do anything. Okay, they were supposed to return on the day, the terrific day, I think it was the 27th or 26th of February. That day their flight was there, got cancelled. After that, total uncertainty, they were stuck there. I mean, a woman employee who went there, husband is here, kids are here, don't know what to do, cannot come back. Okay, such a relief they would have had when, along with army protection, along with air force protection, they came in a flight and then landed here, Abbada. Okay, this is a mini freedom of what we are talking about. Imagine the kind of feeling what Sita Devi would have had. So Sita is saying, she is not even internalizing all those things, but she is again gone to the next step. Okay, this is the beauty of both Rama and Sita. They immediately go to the next step and then say, but you have done this great work. Okay, this is the power of attribution. I think somewhere we also need to, cultivate this aspect. If something fantastic has happened for us also, we attribute it to somebody else. I think that feeling might be something wow. Okay, here immediately she turns it to Hanuman and says, such a great news you have given, what can I give you? Even the Trailokya Rajya, if I can give to you, it is not going to be equivalent to the great news what you have given. Hanuman is thinking, only Rama and Sita can talk like this. But to his great surprise, there is another element which happens later. Even Bharata says the same thing. Okay, such a beautiful family, all the suhruts, the wavelength with which they talk, everybody is talking the same thing. They all are full of gratitude. Okay, this gratitude overflows from each of them. And they make the other person centric. While this person will want Rama to be a center or Sita to be a center, they always are happy keeping Hanuman at the center. Okay, such a beautiful thing she says. And then immediately Hanuman says, Artatascha maya aprapta devarajyadayo gunaha hatashatrum vijayinam ramam pashyami sustitam. Oh Devi, only you can say like this. But I don't need anything. The moment Rama is victorious, it is bigger than heavens for me. Because Rama's darshana, Rama's samipa, always to be serving Rama's cause. What can be greater good than this? Okay, I am always enjoying this Rama Seva, and to be in Rama Sena is what I cherish. And nothing is going to be greater than this. So I am very happy. And then immediately Sita Devi starts, like how in the first episode she spoke about, you are a Samartha, you are a Vikranta, etc. Here also she is showering a lot of beautiful qualities on Hanuman. She says, Balam Shauryam Shrutam Sattvam Vikramo Dakshimuttamam Tejaha Kshama Dhritir Dhairyam Vinitatvam Samsheha. Okay, all these gunas are always with you. Hanuman is not even listening to all these things. Okay, he is just turning and looking around. He is looking at his Rakshasis. Then he roars to Sita Devi saying, oh Devi, I remember what all these Rakshasis told to you. One of them told they will squeeze your neck. One of these Rakshasis said she will pluck your eyes. One of these Rakshasis says, I will pull your liver. One of these Rakshasis says, I will pull your limbs. One of these Rakshasis says, I will chop your head. All these things they were talking about, give me permission. I am now in that mood. The Yuddha, whatever the Yuddha Sattva is not gone out of Hanuman. Hanuman wants some more. Give me more is what he is saying. So he is saying, whatever these Rakshasis told, can I do the same thing to these Rakshasis? Give me permission, oh Mata. How can they say all these things to you? I could not bear any of these things that day itself, but that day there were more important purposes which were there. But right now all these people, I will give them back in the same measure what they wanted. Then Sita Devi is again, the magnanimity of Sita Devi, very beautifully she says, why should you harbor all this hatred? Okay, there we saw Maranantani Vairani. Here Sita Devi is saying the same thing. Who are these people? There are Kaikulis. Their master is no more there. Ravana told all these Rakshasis to keep abusing me. So they were doing their duty. Now Vibishana will come and say, glorify the Sita, they will be glorifying me. Finally, they are all pawns. I don't think we should be taking offense on all these pawns. I think we should show a lot of tolerance. Papanam va shubhanam va vadarhanam pradangama karyam karuna maryena nakaschidna paradhyati. Oh, Hanuman, whether somebody is good or bad, compassion is universal. Okay, there is nobody who is faultless in this world. Okay, everybody makes some mistakes. The greatness of the great people is to be compassionate even to people who make mistakes. Okay, we need to mannichu arul purinju avalabbe eduthukanum. Okay, to forgive and to take them in. Okay, otherwise we will be left with very less people. Okay, tharuthu alradhu. So that is the greatness of Sita Devi and Rama. Whoever makes mistakes also, they are able to forgive them, they are able to correct them, rectify them, and they are able to take them along with them. Okay, who knows? Here in later Sarga, we are not seeing in Pushpaga Vimana, Vibishana is getting into that Vahana. In fact, some of the streets, Kishkinda Sita Devi calls. I'm sure Sita Devi might have asked even for some Rakshasis to also join. Some of these Rakshasis also might have come and seen Sita Rama Pattabhisheka. The same Rakshasis who have been torturing Sita Devi. We never know. Such a magnanimous heart, like Pushpaga Vimana, their hearts are. Okay, like that here Sita Devi is saying, no, we should just leave and we should move ahead. And then Hanuman says, okay, Mata, I will take your leave. Sita Devi says, no, I want to see my husband. Immediately he says, very soon you will see your husband, not to worry. He says, and he goes back and he conveys the message to Rama. He says, Sita Devi is longing to see you. The efforts for which all these things happened. Okay, this is Hanuman's clarity. The efforts for which all these things have happened, it is all fructified. Oh Rama, you please see Sita, she is longing to see you. Okay, the moment he says this, now look at Rama's response. Okay, we also already saw Rama is the one who conveyed the message to Hanuman, and Hanuman conveys the same message saying, I am welcoming you, O Devi. Everything is done. Okay, but the moment here Hanuman says this, Rama, what happens? Valmiki is recording that also. Dirgamushnam vinishvasya medinim avalokayan vacha mega sankasham vibhishanam upastitam. He is sighing hot. He is sighing long. This is the first expression from Rama after hearing from Hanuman. Hanuman says Sita Devi is longing to meet you and she wants to see you immediately. He is sighing hot and long and he is looking at the ground. I don't know. Sita Devi is Bhumi Putri. Okay, he is looking at the ground. He is thinking about something. Then he calls Vibishana and says, oh Vibishana, go to Ashokavana, get Sita Devi bathed and well decorated with beautiful ornaments and beautiful dresses. Please bring her here. This is the message he says. Vibishana immediately goes with his parivara, with his paraphernalia, and he tells Sita Devi, Rama wants to see you. He wants you to be with full glory and decoration, and that is what he wants to see you. Sita Devi immediately responds saying, no, but I want to see my Bharta as it is. Okay, Rama is in that kola. I mean, there could be multiple interpretations we can take. Rama is still the same. He is without any decoration. Sita Devi he wants to see decorated. Sita Devi wants to see Rama with the same tapasvini rupa what she is in. I mean, I'm sure she must have leaned down. She is completely much more leaner than what Rama would have seen. She has been meditating. She will be much more resplendent. That kind of rupa she wants to show. But Vibhishana says, no, you do as per your husband's command. I think that is important. Then Sita immediately obeys that command. She is taking Mangalasnana. She is decorating herself and with a lot of garlands, with a lot of haras, with beautiful dresses, etc. She is getting decorated and she is coming here in a palanquin. Vibhishana is bringing to some distance and then he is coming to Rama and he informs, saying, Sita Devi is here, can I bring her? Can you see Sita Devi? And when he comes and informs this message, he can see that Rama is in contemplation. Okay, he informs. He is cheerful. Vibhishana is very happy because everything which is happening now are grand things. Okay, this is why the entire war happened. Now Dharma Sthapana has happened. First is Vibhishana Pattabhisheka. Next is Sita Rama Sangamana has to happen. So this is all Manoratha of everybody. Okay, Manoratha of Hanuman, Manoratha of Vibhishana. So Vibhishana with a lot of cheer he is coming and he is informing that Sita Devi is here. And with a lot of cheer he is informing. And then what happens? Tamagatam upashrutya raksho griha chiroshitam harsho dainyam cha roshascha trayam ragava mavishat. This is the next chronicling. Okay, we can see what all happened. Okay, the first thing when he gave the information, he said, I am welcoming you, inform Sita Devi and come back with the news, etc. The second is he looks at the ground with contemplation. He tells Vibhishana to bring. Something is going on. Okay, and here Valmiki captures three things. Harshaha, Dainyam, cha Roshascha. All are emotions. Okay, but all these only emotions, or these are emotions with intelligence, is what we need to think about. That is where we started, right? We saw how emotional intelligence of Vibishana played out. We saw how the emotions of Rakshasis played, how the emotional intelligence of Mandodari played. This is the third aspect. This is Rama's emotional intelligence. Okay, Rama is having these three emotions. There is joy, okay, which is captured by Valmiki here. So we cannot say he was not joyous. There is anger, and there is dhainyam. Okay, there is also misery. Okay, something is shaking him from inside. Okay, there is misery. What is the misery? For the past, for the future, for the present? We don't know. But all these three bhavas are entering into Rama. Raghavam avishat. Okay, they all enter into Rama. This is beauty of Rama. Generally also we have seen, no? Whenever he gets krodha avishat, krodha maharayamasa. That is how Rama is. He will take those emotions. But there is an underlying current of dharma consciousness, or this viveka, which is always there with this sattva. The sattvic energy is always there in Rama. These things are taken above that. With all those three, he is telling Vibhishana, he is thinking for a moment and he says, may she come here, bring her near me quickly. And the moment he says this, Vibhishana goes there and he is informing the guards, the Rakshasa guards, somebody with the turbans, etc., and all there with sticks. Okay, they are all bringing this palanquin, and we should also imagine the plight of all these Vanaras. Okay, let us all imagine we are the Vanaras. Okay, there is Sita Rama coming in Hamsavahana, in Gajavahana, etc. How close we were to that Vahanas. Some of us were not even thinking if we will be hit by the Vahanas, etc. But we were all coming closer and closer, and we wanted to get the darshan. All these Vanaras, they have all fought for this Sita Devi. They have all seen Rama. But the Sita for whom this Rama is lamenting, for whom this Rama is not able to even push out all the mashakans and all these worms, centipedes and millipedes and reptiles which is climbing on him, such a great Sita Devi, they are all longing to see. So all the Vanaras are all gushing. Okay, this is the emotions of Vanaras. Okay, they're all going towards the palanquin, and some people are modifying, okay, hitting on the palanquin, etc. All these, the turban walas, okay, they all want to maintain discipline. So they are all chasing these Vanaras, they are all hitting these Vanaras. I don't know how many of these Rakshasas got hit by those Rakshasa, by those Vanaras. They are all taking revenge also, maybe. Okay, if they identify those Vanaras. Something like that happens, and there is big commotion and chaos. Now Rama is very angry. He hears all these things. He feels, my people are being hit by these security guards. So he is roaring from here, why is this happening? I never told to disturb this crowd. Okay, without my permission, who is disturbing this crowd, who is hitting this crowd, and who is dispersing this crowd? Kimartam mam anadritya. Why without my permission this dispersal is happening? And all these are our people. And we all know what is the true protection for a woman. Why is all these things happening? They want to protect Sita. The Rakshasas have been given this command saying she has to be protected in a palanquin and brought there. Rama is saying all these royal robes and ornaments and palaces and protections, the shields, etc. are not the real shields for women. Character is the shield. That is the most important shield. Beyond that, it is not important. So therefore, let her come by foot. All these people have fought for her only. Let her walk and come here. This is what Rama is saying. And then immediately Sita Devi, now Vibhishana is also tense. He is also not understanding what is going in the mind of Rama, etc. Then Sita Devi is coming by feet. Then here Valmiki is capturing the emotions of Sita Devi. Lajjaya vivaliyanti tvaliyanti sveshu gatreshu maitili vibhishane nanugata bhartaram sabhya vartatha. A lot of lajja, lot of shyness. She is shrinking. She is not the flamboyant, roaring tigress. Okay. This we will all have to relate to the Ayodhya, the Aranyakanda sloka. Tam drishtva shatru hantaram maharshinam sukavaham babuvarshta vaidehi bhartaram parishasvaje. All the rishis are there, such grand rishis. In front of them, Sita Devi is coming without any fear, without any inhibitions, and she is coming and embracing that Rama after a war where he killed only 14,014 Rakshasas. Imagine here, only on the Moolabala Yuddha day, he killed 2 lakh Rakshasas. Okay, and then there is multitude of Rakshasas and all. We don't know the count. There are millions of Rakshasas he would have killed. And I'm sure he also must be having all those Vranas, etc. and all. But Sita Devi is not able to come with the same gush of energy. And these are not rishis also. These are prakritas. These are normal people, normal vanaras, normal rakshasas, but there is so much of lajja, so much of shyness, so much of shrinking. What is happening? Okay, this only Rama can understand. The moment she comes there, she is looking at Rama and says, Aryaputra, and she is overjoyed, but there is also misery, there is also all these multitudes of emotions which is going through her. She is looking at that Rama, and Rama is looking at Sita Devi, and he starts talking very harsh words. Again, he is taking that anger and he says, Oh Sita, this extraordinary war was done, and we have emerged victorious. You would have heard about the deeds of Hanuman. You would have heard about the deeds of Sugriva. They did fantastic war. This Vanaras massacred all these Rakshasas. They were able to put to death Kumbhakarna and Indrajit, etc. Extraordinary warfare was done. All these things were done. But these things I did not for your sake. Okay, all these things were not done for your sake. Yat kartavyam manushyena darshanam parimarjata tat kritam sakalam site shatru hasta amarshanaat. Okay, this is all I have done for Rakshata maya vrittam apavadam cha sarvashaha. This is all to protect the insult which I got. How can some filthy fellow like Ravana take somebody who is my refugee, somebody who is dependent on me, my Sita, okay, this Sita who is under my protection, how dare this fellow come and take? This is a great insult to my valor. Okay, normal human itself will fight against it. What to ask of me? So to protect the lineage of myself, to protect my own Gaurava, all these things were done. But Sita, all these things were not done for your sake. Okay, you are here with the character suspected. You have been in the Griha of Ravana. Ravana, you are with splendorous celestial beauty. He wouldn't have forborne all your celestial beauty. He is a filthy fellow. We all know about Ravana's character. So how he would have forborne all these things? It is impossible. Therefore, I wanted to tell you that I have done this for the sake of my Gaurava and my Kula's Gaurava. This entire world in front is open for you. You have been rescued from all the clutches with which you were there. Now you are free to go wherever you want, but you cannot come with me. This is what he says. Such harsh words which will cut through anybody. And now we move from Rama's emotional intelligence to Sita's emotional intelligence. Sita Devi, how she responds. She is shaken. She is the Sita who is already with Lajja, who is shrunk. Here, she is crying, she is shedding tears. Shutva bhartavacho ruksham lajjaya vidita bhavat pravishantiva gatrani swanyeva janakatmaja vakshalya istaihi sashalyeva brisham ashrunya vartayat. With a lot of tears, she is shrinking, she is feeling ashamed because these are not words which she wanted to hear in the midst of all these Vanaras and Rakshasas. So she is ashamed, she is shrinking into herself, she is wounded, she is shedding tears. But after all those things, this is emotions. After that, she is coming on her own, and then look at the words she is speaking. That is important. She is wiping her tears. Tato bashpa pariklishtam pramarjanti sumananam shanair gadgadaya vacha bhartaram idam abravit. In very, very gentle and kind words. She is not shouting. Even Rama is not shouting. He is talking harsh words, but not shouting. Okay. The words are harsh. The manner of talking is not like that. Here also, Sita Devi is giving a message back to Rama. She says, Kimmam asadrisham vakyam idrisham shotra dharunam ruksham shravayase veera prakritaha prakrithamive. You are talking as if you are an uncivilized person here. You are an ordinary person like that you are talking here. How can you talk these words to me? How dare you talk about these kind of words to me? And then she says, look at the next words. Pratyam gachameyena charitrena ivate shape. I am swearing on your character that I am pure. Okay. We can interpret anyway. Okay, because you said my character is suspected, your character is not suspected. No, let me swear on your character that my character is pure. Okay, we can also say like that. But what guts Okay, very beautiful word she says. I am swearing on your character that I am pure. If I was abducted by Ravana by force, what can I have done? I have never trespassed you in any of my mind, deed, thought, any of these things. So this is unacceptable, whatever you spoke to me. If you had told this to Hanuman in Sundaraganda itself, then I would have given up my life. Or even earlier, all these efforts, whatever you martyrified, you need not have done any of these efforts. Okay, why did Hanuman cross the ocean? Why did you have to take so much efforts to put Nalasetu? Why so many wars? Why to destroy all these Rakshasas, etc. and all? None of these need to have happened. I would have given up my life that time itself. You could have avoided all these massive destructions. But all these things shows that you are generally mama vrittam cha vrittagnya bahutena puraskritam apadeshena janakat notpattir vasudatalat. Know me as the one. I am not one ordinary lady, first of all. Okay, you think I am Janaka's daughter? No. I came from the earth. Okay, you generally are a vrittagnya. You honor character, but you are not honoring my character. Okay, you generally understand people's sara, people's essence. But here, you are acting as if you are not honoring my character. Tvaya tunara shardula krodameva anuvartata laguneva manushena strittvameva puraskritam. I don't know why she says this, but you are acting as if you are unmanly. In fact, womanly. Okay, why women should be suspicious? Why they should only suspect also, I don't know. She is saying, but you are acting very, very unmanly manner. You cannot say like this. How dare you say these words? You cannot say these words. I have come from Mother Earth and I am a person of pure character. And now you can say wherever you go, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I don't want to stay with all these false doubts of people. So she looks at Saugitri, Lakshmana, and says, oh Lakshmana, get a pyre here. Create a fire pyre. I want to enter into fire. I want to do Agni Pravesha here right now. Because Mityopa Dhato Pahata Naham Jivitu Mutsahe. I don't want to stay in all these Mithya Vakyas, all these false doubts. I don't want to be here. The moment she hears this, everybody is going, what is happening? Okay, this is all emotional intelligent Sita. This is not emotional Sita. Let's be very clear. Okay, she says, I don't want to be with all these false doubts. Create a fire. I will enter into fire. This is what she says. She is not saying, I'm going to have a test. I'm going to prove myself, etc. and all. Because in the next slokas, we will know what happens here. Then immediately, Lakshmana is looking at Rama. Rama is in contemplation. Lakshmana understands Rama's hridaya. He immediately builds a pyre also. Okay, this is Lakshmana's emotional intelligence. Okay, we generally brand Lakshmana, no? Lakshmana is always with anger, this, that, etc. and all. Look at the number of instances where Lakshmana understands the emotion of Rama and he is emotionally intelligent. He builds that pyre and Sita Devi is circumambulating Rama and the pyre, and on that fire pyre, she is entering into it. Before that she says, Yatha me hridayam nityam napa sarpati raghava tatha lokasya sakshi mam sarvataha patu pavakaha yatha mam shuddha charitram dushtam janati raghavaha tatha lokasya sakshi mam sarvataha patu pavakaha karmana manasa vacha yatha nati charamyaham raghavam sarvadharmagyam tatha mam patu pavakaha adityo bhagavan vayuhu dishas chandras tataiva cha aghaschapi tatha sandhye ratrischa prithvi tatha yatha yepi vijananti tata charitra samyutham. This doesn't say, okay, I am giving up my life, etc. Okay, she is, why can only Kaikeyi call upon all the fairies and deities and all the gods, etc. and all? Okay, Sita Devi has much more power, much more tapasya, etc. She says, if I have unflinching dedication, unflinching faith, unflinching loyalty to Rama, if all those things is very, very clear and my heart has always been in Rama, let this fire guard me. Okay, it is not, oh, I am giving my life because I am suspected. No, let this fire guard me. Okay, Rama is misunderstanding me, but let all these witnesses, let nature show to Rama the purity of mind. Let fire show my purity. If I have not crossed Rama, karmana manasa vacha, through my manas, okay, which is emotions, with my actions, and karmana manasa vacha, with my words, with any of these things. Okay, this is the viveka. This is the fourth kosha which is talking of Sita here. That is why I said emotionally intelligent. From that sattva energy she is talking about it. And none of these, if I have ever transgressed Rama, then let this fire guard me. And not just Vayu, not just Agni, it's also about Vayu, it is about Dishas. All these people, Chandra, etc., let the entire nature show how pure I am. Let the sun, the moon, the directions, the day and night, Tata Sandhya Ratrishcha Prithvi Tata, and my Mother Earth. She's not saying mother here and all. She is demanding and commanding only. Okay, she's saying let earth also show that I am pure. Yatanyepi Vijananti Tata Charitra Samyutam. I am a woman of character. Let this be shown and proclaimed to everybody. The moment she does this, she is circumambulating and she goes and falls into the fire. She is without any second thought. Okay, she knows her purity and she knows what is going to happen. With that clarity of thought, with that viveka, she is jumping into the fire. And we have all seen in Sundarakanda how Hanuman is seeing the Sita, that she is gold covered by dust. Okay, typically gold, the way it is, the splendor is increased. The impurities are taken out also, it is put in fire. Okay, here, some of the other impurities, which is what Rama's intention is, those impurities are adjuncts. Okay, those are the impurities of lajja, the shyness, okay, some complexities, some of those negative thoughts, some of those negative things which are sitting in Sita Devi also has to be roasted and toasted by this fire, and from there will emerge this beautiful Sita. With that intention, she also knows it very clearly. She jumps into the fire and everybody is wondering what will happen next. The moment this happens, the entire Devatas, not just the Devatas, okay, she is not calling Brahma here. She is not calling Maheshwara here. She is talking about Indra, she is talking about Agni, she is talking about Vayu, she is talking about space, etc. But who all land up? The next sarga starts with Kubera is coming there, Yama is coming there, and there is this three-eyed Lord, Shiva is coming there. The same Shiva who said this Sita is going to be the cause of destruction of Ravana, he is coming there. Everybody is pat, they are all coming there. And then Indra is coming there, and top it all, Hiranyagarbha is coming there. Brahma Vidambaraha, he is coming there. Okay, he is now worried. Okay, the unmanifest nature, the manifest nature, everybody is worried if Sita is tested like this. She is jumping into fire. All these different esoteric forms, what we know, all the Adhyatmika Drishti is what we know. Okay, the lot of stress, the lot of strength, the lot of eustress, the lot of speed. Okay, the seed of all the lords. Everybody is there. Everybody lands up there, and then they all talk glorifying words about Rama and says, "Oh Rama, you are the supreme Lord. How can you do like this? You cannot afford to do like this to Sita Devi. How can?" Sita Devi first asked, saying, "How like Prakritamiva? You are acting like a normal person. How all the lords also come there and they are also telling Rama the same thing. How can you act like one normal Prakrita? How can you act like one normal human being?" Then to all these things, Rama is innocently asking. Ajananiva, he is asking, Atmanam manusham manye ramam dasharatatmajam yoham yasya yataschaham bhagavam stad bhravitu me. I thought I am the son of Dasharatha. Okay, even the son of Dasharatha itself is extraordinary. Okay, his nature is something extraordinary than extraordinary. But he is saying, I am Dasharatha's son. Who am I? Who am I? Whose am I? Okay, what am I? Please tell me. Then Brahma is, others and all are keeping quiet. Okay, when the best of the best lords are there, the rest of the people cannot talk. Okay, it's like how in the Vanara Sabha we saw, no? In Rama Sabha, first Rama will say, you give your opinions. Everybody will say, you are like this, you know everything. All the Vanaras together will say, then they will say, because of your Gaurava, we all will talk one by one. Okay, one by one they say, then Hanuman speaks, then Sugriva alone talks. Okay, in that conversation, finally Sugriva is the ultimate head there. Here again, in similar fashion, all the Devas first speak. Okay, you are the Ashtama Rudra, you are the Aditya, 11th Aditya, etc. and all. That everybody says. Now then when Rama is asking, but who am I? All of them become kapchip. Okay, only Brahma starts talking, and then there is Brahma Stuti, which all of us know. Bhavan Narayano Devaha Shriman Chakrayudo Vibhuhu Ekashtungo Varahastvam Bhuta Bhavya Sapatnajit. I'm not covering all the slokas, we are running out of time. But then very beautiful slokas by Brahma, which is establishing Rama Paratva. And Rama is the ultimate God. Aksharam Brahma Satyam Cha Madhye Chante Cha Raghava Aham Te Hridayam Rama Jikhva Devi Saraswati Sita Lakshmi Bhavan Vishnuhu Deva Krishna Prajapatihi Vadartam Ravanasyeha Pravishto Manushim Tanum. So Brahma says, because he has to now dispel all these myths and tell Rama who he is. Okay, for the purpose of everybody else. Okay, Rama anyway knows. This entire sequence is happening so that everybody else knows what is happening. Okay, so Brahma, who else than Brahma can talk about Brahman? Okay, Brahma Brahmavidam Maraha, that is what we saw. So he has to dispel all these myths and then bring everything to light. So he talks about the Mahatva of Rama. He says, I am your Hridaya. And Saraswati is your tongue. The word from you is Saraswati. And Sita is Lakshmi, Bhavan Vishnu. And you came in this Manusha Rupa for the sake of destroying this Ravana, for Rishi Samrakshana, for this Loka Samrakshana, for this Hitakamyaya of this entire world you came here. And Amogam Balaviryamte, Amogaste Parakramaha, Amogam Darshanam Rama, Nachamogastavastava. Your darshana can never be Vyasta. Therefore, O Rama, you are the ultimate God. You have performed your tasks. Now you need to come back to your own worlds. After doing Raja Paripalana, this is what Brahma says. After all these things, Rama is calm. He is just listening to all these things. Then after these words of Brahma, the fire god is coming. Fire god is coming with Sita on his lap. Okay, like his Putri. Okay, earlier she was the daughter of the earth. Now the second time, she is also twice born. Okay, now the second time she is born from the fire which is in the belly of the earth. Okay, that fire god, that Agni is coming with Sita in his lap and he is commanding Rama now. Okay, because as the father of daughter, I mean son-in-law, no, with all the rights, he is now talking. Okay, Rama Jamataram Prapya. So he is talking with that kind of commanding voice. He is saying, Naiva Vachana Manasa, Nanudhyanna Chakshusha, Suvritta Vritta Shaundire, Natvam Atichacharaha. By her word, deed, mind, or any facet, Sita Devi has never transgressed you, O Rama. She is purity of purity. She is purer than purity. She is chastier than chaste itself. So this, let the entire world know, I am proclaiming this in front of all of you, in front of all the Devas, and in front of you, Rama. She was in Ashokavana while Ravana held her captive, but nobody could transgress her at all. So therefore, I am commanding you, Vishuddha Bhavam Nishpapam Pratigrinishva Raghava Nakinchit Abhidhatavyam Aham Akyapayami Te. I am commanding you to take her back. She is pure and she has to be united with you. The moment he says this, Rama says, O Lord Agni, I know she is purer than purity itself. The entire world knows, Avashyam Trishu Lokeshu Nasita Papa Marhati. She doesn't deserve any misery, any sin in all these three worlds. In fact, everybody knows her purity, but it is important for me to establish that. Otherwise, people will think, Balishaha Kalukamatma Ramo Dashatatmajaha. The world might talk that I am childish and lusty if I am accepting Sita without proving her purity. All this were done so that her Mahatmya is proclaimed and very clearly demonstrated to the world. And who else than all of you who is proclaiming this? Pratyayartam tu lokanam trayanam satya samshayaha upekshe chapi vaidehim pravishantim hutashanam. She is always the indweller in my heart. She can never be separated from me. Like how the rays of the sun cannot be separated from the sun, she is like that to me. Therefore, Ananya hi maya Sita bhaskarena prabhayatha. Therefore, she is always the indweller in my heart. and I will accept your command. I am here to serve your command. She is always inseparable from me, but I want to prove to the world that nobody ever dare speak about Sita, even in their wildest of dreams or nightmares. Okay, that is why I want to prove this, and she has come with extraordinary glory now. And because of your words and because of my words and my own belief, Sita is always going to be united with me. Sita is always united with me. She is going to continue to be united with me. Saying this, and she says, I will obey your words. Iti damuktva viditam mahabalaigi prashasyamanaha sukritena karmana sametya ramaha priya mahabalaha sukam sukarho nu babuva ragavaha avashyam tu maya karyam sarvesham vo vachashubham. Avashyam, I will obey your auspicious words. You are all well-wishers, not just for us, for the entire world. If you are proclaiming this and if you are giving me a command, who am I to refute it? I am here, and with that, Sita and Rama unite. And like how the sun and the rays are spreading their rays throughout all the worlds, likewise Rama and Sita are spreading their rays. So this is what I wanted to cover today. It's a very emotionally intelligent charge. Thankfully, the neuroscientist is also here. So how we differentiate the emotions, the Manomaya Kosha with the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Is Ramayana closer to humans? Is Mahabharata closer to humans? Are humans fallible, therefore Mahabharata is closer? Are humans are with Viveka, with discrimination, the sixth sense, therefore Ramayana is closer to the humans? I will leave it for further research. But today we saw the emotional intelligence of Vibishana, of Mandodari, of Rama, of Sita. Very beautiful kind of chapters. And with this amazing union of Sita and Rama, let us all pray for the divine couple to bless us more and more with discriminative emotional intelligence of always being in Dharma. Janaki Kanta Smaranam, Jai Jai Rama Rama, Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Tyagarajar. Madhyacharanam.
Janardana Narahari Deva Janardana Narahari Deva Janardana Narahari Deva Janardana Keshavanarayana Kanakamparadare Keshavanarayana Kanakamparadare Rama 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 Shira Rama 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 Shira Rama 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 Shira Rama 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 Shira Rama 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 Ravikula Bharana Ravikula Bharana वीरगुणायका सीता नायका वीरगुणायका सुंदर श्रीधर मंत्रोदारा सुंदर श्रीधर मंत्रोदार मकुटभूषण मृदुभक्षक सुंदर श्रीधर मंत्रोदार मकुटभूषण मृदुभक्षक नंदनंदनानंद मुकुंद वृंदावन विहारी गोविंद नंदनंदनानंद मुकुंद वृंदावन विहारी गोविंद राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम राम वामन माधवा वामन माधवा माधवा वामन माधवा वैकुण्ठाधिप वामन माधवा वैकुण्ठाधिप देवदेव देवादिपितान देवदेव देवादिपितान पंकजलोचना पंकजलोचना परमदयालो पंकजलोचना परमदयालो शंकर तन्नोत सर्वेश्वर हरि शंकर सन्नोत सर्वेश्वर हरि पुंडरीक वरदा अंडज वाहना पुंडरीक वरदा अंडज वाहना निशाचर खंडन धीरा चंदनीशाचर खंडन धीरा अम्बरीश वरदाम्बुजलोचना अम्बरीश वरदाम्बुजलोचना अम्बुलिवन्दन अमित पराक्रम अम्बरीश वरदाम्बुजलोचन अम्बुलिवन्दन अमित पराक्रम भानुकुलेश भवभयनाश बासुरहास भद्रगिरीश भानुकुलेश भवभयनाश बासुरहास भद्रगिरीश राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम 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 श्री रघुराम राम 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 श्री रघु सखी संपत्ति राम सीता पति सची संपत्ति राम सीता जीवन सा संगति राम एक जीवांचा संगती राम एका संगती राम राम एक माता राम एक पिता एक माता राम एक पिता राम एक माता राम एक पिता राम एक माता राम एक पिता राम एक भ्राता सहोदर राम एक भ्राता सहोदर राम एक भ्राता सहोदर विद्या वैभव कांचन सहोदर विद्या वैभव कांचन सहोदर विद्या वैभव कांचन सहोदर विद्या वैभव सर्वहा स्वजन राम एक सर्वहा स्वजन राम स्वजन राम एक सर्वहा स्वजन राम एक सर्वहा स्वजन राम एक राम एक स्वामी राम हा कैवारी राम हा कैवारी राम एक स्वामी राम हा कैवारी राम एक स्वामी राम हा कैवारी लभया संसारी राम एक राम एक ध्यान ज्ञान राम एक ज्ञान राम एक राम समाधान राम दासी राम समाधान राम दासी Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Niज मन मुकुर सुधार वरणो रघुवर विमल यश जोदायक फलचार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुनिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरऊ कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम भजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन भरण विराज सुवेश कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजग विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की सूक्ष्म रूप धरि प्रिय दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति के बहुत बढ़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हारो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि
बोधि मुनीषा नारद शारद सतीशा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि गोविद कंठ सखे कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की जो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु वीर्योधाहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम रोग तुम्हारे राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिद पैसारे सब सुख लह तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना कर्ण तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हर्ष के कड़पे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की से रोग हरे सब पीड़ा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम भजन राम जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा दिन के काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई गावे कोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दाता अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दाता राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की हरे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाए जहाँ जन्मी हरि भक्त कहाय और देवता चित्त न धरहि हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि संकट कटे मिटे सब पीड़ा जो सुमिले हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा कर गुरुदेव की नाहि। जो शत बार पाठ कर जोई, टूटहि बंधि महासुख होई। तो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीशा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय बोलो हनुमान की।
उड्डाला जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मार दे। उड्डाला जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मार दे। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। उडाला 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 जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। उडाला जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मारुती। उडाला जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मारुती। उडाला 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 जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। आला बाबा मारुती, आला रे बाबा मारुती। उडाला जाओली लंका, आला बाबा मारुती। जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान। जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान। जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, हनुमान राम दूता। जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान जानकी। जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान। जावुली लंका आला बाबा मारुति
मणिमय रमणीय राजभवने मल्लिका शोभाति कुसुमवने सीता कल्याण वैभवद्रव्यधूपे दर्शनदीपे सीता कल्याण वैभवं बहुविध शोभन द्रव्य संपूर्णे भावुक प्रेमिक जन संकीर्णे सीता कल्याण वैभवम् स्वागतं स्वागतं जानकी रामा स्वागतं स्वागतं पूर्णकामा उपवेश नवरत्नमणिमय मन्दे सहसीतया देवा नवपुष्पकुञ्जे लिम्बामि पदयोररतम् अम्रोद समनीलनवगागमिलितम् मलय चन्दनं वक्षसि विपुले मङ्गल विग्रह कलयामि विमले कस्तूरी तिलकं देविलिकामि ललाटे कमलाक्षारघुवीरा परिशोभितकिरीटे माधवी मल्लिका मधुवक्र माला माधवा तव कर्टे दृष्ट्वा कुरुलीला संयुक्तं गुणमेशं क्षीरं नीलालकरघुनायकविवन्दरमधुरं कर्पूरपरिमलं ददामि स्वीकुरु सरसं दाशरथे निरूप्य सीताया डोला अनुज्ञाप्य प्रेमीकं गुरु प्रेम लीला स्वागतं स्वागतं मारुत चंचल विरुद्रे कुसुम सीतया विहरति रघुवीरा सरस संगीत रस परिपूर्ण
सीतया विहरति पुष्पविनिर्मित कन्दुकेन प्रेमिका प्रियया प्रियवचनेन विहरति रघुवीरः सीतया विहरति रघुवीरः जय रघुवीर श्रीराजपुत्र जय जय सौमित्री प्रेमैकपात्र जय जय सुग्रीव दासेन्द्रमित्रा जय जय पादोद सच्चाय गात्र जय जय संफुल्ल रक्ताब्जनेत्रा जय जय ब्रह्मादि सुरकृतस्तोत्र जय जय वाल्मीकि कृतसच्चरित्रा जय जय पवमान तनयाब्जमित्रा जय जय साकेत राजराजेन्द्र जय जय सर्वेशा सद्गुणसान्द्रा जय जय प्रेमिका तारक मंत्रा जय जय मां पाहि श्रीरामचन्द्र जय जय श्रीमती जनकेशनन्दिनी रतिकोटिसुन्दरी नवकिशोरी सुनयना कुमारी सुरमनोहरी रघुनन्दनानन्द वर्धनकरी नवमल्लिका पुष्प मण्डितसुवेणी नवरत्नभूषणे मधुरवाणी कल्याणवेश कमनीयरूपिणी कोसलराज कुमारगामिनी साकेतसाम्राज सकलस्वामिनी सरससङ्गीत रसिकस्वभामिनी सरयूनदीतीर उद्यानविहारिणी शरणं भवदेवी प्रेमिकजननी सखी जनकराब्ज मन्दस्पन्दिका डोले विलसन् वामाकशोभिता मैथिलराज नन्दिनी वदनम् आलोकय सखी राजकुमार रोगकलादि सखी जनवादित वीणामृदङ्गादि राजकुमारं कुटिलकुण्डल वरनिभदा अभिनवमल्लिका कुसुमहारं नितिलशोभिता नृतमदतिलका वदनमृदुहास प्रेमिकमनोहरम् आलोकय सखी राजकुमारम् जय साकेताधीश जय चारुकेश जय श्रीरमणि जय राघवेश जय श्यामेन्द्र कुमार जगदेक वीरा जय सीता मनोहरा तव पुष्पहारा लाली जय श्यामलाकार जय पीताम्बरा जय शत्रुसंहार जय मनोहरा लाली जय व्यलावण्य जय जगन्या जय प्रेमिकानन्य जय लोकमान्या लाली जय मङ्गलम् जलजनीलसुन्दराय शुभमङ्गलम् जानकी मनोहराय जय मङ्गलम् कुण्डलीकलोचनाय कुण्डलादिभूषणाय चण्डभानुवंशजाय जय मङ्गलम् जानकी मनोहराय जय मङ्गलम् पापवृन्दमोचनाय चापवर्यभञ्जनाय भूपचक्ररञ्जनाय जय मङ्गलम् जानकी मनोहराय जय मङ्गलम् कामकोपवर्जिताय सोमशेखरार्चिताय प्रेमिकेन्द्रपूजिताय जय मङ्गलम् जानकी मनोहराय जय मङ्गलम् जलजनीलसुन्दराय शुभमङ्गलम् जानकी मनोहराय जय मङ्गलम् सकेतनगरे श्रीमती मन्दिरे सकल सौभाग्य समृतान्तःपुरे सखी जननी करे सद्गुणनिर्भरे सरस शृङ्गार सङ्गीतमुकरे शेष्वसुखं प्रभो मन्दासवदनो मणिमय भूषण महनीय मनोरमा कल्याण गुणा मैत्री मोहन मंजुल भाषण मल्लिका मंदार सेश्वसुखं प्रभो राकेन्दुवदनया रसनीयवचनया रत्नमय दिव्य विविधभूषणया रम्य सद्गुणया राजेन्द्रतनयया रमस्वरभूवीरा प्रेम परिपूर्णया सेश्वसुखं प्रभो श्रीरामा सीतया साकं समभक्तकामा सेश्वसुखं प्रभो
मणिरञ्जितमञ्जे परिमलकुसुम कल्पितकल्पे शेश्वसुखं मैथिलभूपतितनयया मनोज्ञवेशया प्रियया शेश्वसुखं कारुण्यगर्भितप्रेम विलासा कौसल्या हृदय कमलनिवासा शेश्वसुखं श्रीरघुवीरा शेश्वसुखं கோசலேதன் மணிவயிரவாழ்த்தவனே தென்னிலங்கை கோழிகள் சிந்துரைத்தாய் செம்பொன்சே கண்ணினன் மாதல் புடைசூழ் கண்ணபுரத்தன் கருமணியே என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே ராகவனே தாலே என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே ராகவனே தாலே
समस्ता
सुखिनो भवन्तु यतः अभ्युदय निःश्रेयससिद्धिः सधर्मः वेदाः प्रमाणं धर्मस्य धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः रामो विग्रहवान् धर्मः रामोपासनेन धर्मवृद्धिः रामातवास्मि வாழ்க்கையே ராமனாகும் ராமனே வாழ்வமாகும் ராமனே வாழ்வு தன்னில் வாழ்க்கையே ராமன் தன்னில் ராமனின் ராஜ்யம்தான் தேவ சாம்ராஜ்யம் காண்